Keep the countdown rolling at number 27, the D-man for the Blue Shirts. Adam Fox, 12th on the list a year ago, falls to 27. But we can be critical here. That's a steep decline for a guy that had a really good season a year ago.
I mean, Blue Shirts Nation is just, they might shut their TVs off right now.
Or just give it to us.
That's a significant drop. You got 15 spots here from Adam Fox. I don't think he deserves that.
Yeah.
Certainly he's not going to be as high as 12. But you still look at him, what his production is. I mean, look at the consistency right there, what this guy does. I mean, you're also talking about, he's a defenseman that he's in this Norris Trophy talk every single year. Top 5 finish, most top 5 finishes since the 2020-21 season. When I watch him play, he's got this uncanny ability. He's just elusive, right? Like, you see a guy like that, and you know how important he is for the Rangers. You want to finish every check you can. I mean, you can't. He just shimmies. He holds on the pucks. I mean, he's an absolute machine on the power play. I mean, he's so smart. You know where else he's really smart and he doesn't get enough attention? The penalty kill. I think he's a great penalty killer. I actually don't want to see him on the penalty kill because I want him to stay healthy all the time, and he's willing to block shots, but he's just his brains, JMO. It's his brains. I mean, he's certainly a talented skater. He does everything really well, but he's thinking the game in front of everybody else, and here's a list we were talking about. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Like, his consistency that you mentioned is something he brings day in, day out.
When it comes to that hockey IQ, do you think he's got the highest hockey IQ when it comes to the defensemen? Because you see the Cale Makars, you see some of these younger defensemen that we have, the Quinn Hughes, and they can just, the way they walk the blue line and whatnot, they fly out there on the edges. Adam Fox doesn't quite have that speed yet, like you said, the elusiveness, that seems to come from between the ears.
His lateral movement on the offensive blue line is as good as anybody's, and I'll put Cale Makar in that mix. Cale Makar is at a different level than everybody else for me, so it's hard to compare anybody to Cale. He's certainly in that next tier, and so is Quinn Hughes, and so is Miro Heiskanen, and you can go on and on with a few different guys. But the thing with Adam Fox, too, that I like is he slows the game down. I mean, how we talk about Patty Kane, we've always talked about Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane can play a quick game, he can play the fast game, he can process, he's got that processor in his head, but he could slow it down, right, and change the pace, and then now make great feeds, great passes. Adam Fox is the same thing on the back end, where he'll have a puck, he'll be lugging a puck, and he just brings the forechecker in, bring it in. And when he brings it in, now passing lanes open up. Now he's feeding the puck to, Mika Zibanejad, who gets going on his high horse, or you've got, Chris Kreider. Like, this guy is the glue to this team. I love what he does. Again, Rangers Nation, if you're still watching, this guy should be a little bit higher on the list, but I don't think we've seen even the best of Adam Fox yet.
Well, that's good news for the Blue Shirt fans out there. I know you say you didn't want to see him on the PK. Ranger fans certainly want to see him on the power play, even more so. What makes him so efficient as that power play quarterback?
Well, you know what? I'm a big believer in the top guy in the power play. He's got a right-hand shot, okay? And you got to have a trigger man of the same shot hand. That's Mika Zibanejad. So you've got a righty going to righty that it's magic. You always have that, and it's a natural movement when like I said, he walks that blue line very well laterally, and he can just slide it down there, and Mika's stick is always ready to go. Or you get in some trouble, just chuck her over to the other side, let Artemi Panarin take over. And we'll talk about him later, but this is something that he's got the weapons on there, but he knows how to utilize them, and he knows how to, and the whole thing is cat and mouse on the power play. It's the exact same thing I talked about. Pull guys in. Let's get the penalty killers to get a distance between the forwards and the defensemen. Now, all of a sudden, when he makes that pass over to Panarin, bang, right through the seam to Mika, one-timer, or you go to Kreider and where he's at, or Vinny Trocheck in the bumper position. All of that happens because Adam Fox has the patience of what, an elephant? Does elephant have patience? What's the most patient? Whatever.
I don't know the patience of an elephant, but
let's just say that. It sounds good.
Yeah.
He's got the patience of an elephant, and it makes this power play quite an enormous power play as well.
I like that.